We're back. Clue 4.
Hey.
We're moving right along. This thing seems to go by pretty quickly.
Time flies when you're having fun.
I know. I'm Jana with Pearl Together. This is Ambah. If you haven't joined us before, this is clue number 4 of the Caladenia Mystery Knit-Along.
And we're obviously not wearing our Caladenia shawls because they're not finished yet, but Jana will show some work in progress. Actually, you can hold up your whip right now.
Oh, I could.
Because
we're recording, we're pre-recording this.
Clue 4.
I'm about to complete. Okay, so you remember clue 1 and 2. Here's clue 3. And look, clue 4.
Surprise! More baubles.
Surprise. More baubles. I am enjoying the baubles. I will tell you that it is helpful when you're doing these. So you know how you slip the first stitch and knit 5 and then you turn your work and you turn your work. So if I'm turning my work clockwise this way, do my, slip 1, knit 5 or whatever, turn it back the opposite way. Don't keep twisting and twisting and twisting. Don't keep doing that. Turn it one way, then the back. Get your routine set up where you're going back. So you don't you don't have yarn around the bottom of your work.
Very wise tips. And you created a video in week 1 on how to knit those baubles too. So that's all there.
Yes, but during week 1, your work is much smaller. So you don't have that. You don't have to be as mindful of the back and forthing as you might this time. Yeah. So that's really my only tip right now for clue 4, because if you're doing this, you're going to want to just remember, turn it this way, then turn it back. So you don't end up with a mess.
Don't get tangled. So, yeah, we've had 4 clues now, and 2 of each of those clues are repetitive, but we're changing it up for clue number 5, so it'll be completely different then.
But I find that a little comforting that they've been a little repetitive. I find that comforting because you already know what you're doing, and you're like, yay, I know what to expect. I know what to do. And even though the rows are longer, obviously our shawls are getting bigger. That's the wrong side. Sorry. Obviously our shawls are getting bigger, but you already know what you're doing. So I thought that was nice to have a repeat of the previous section. It's because you already know what's going on. It's a little comforting.
Yeah, crazy. You can relax into it. And they're big rows now too, so there's a lot of knitting to do.
Yeah, there is. There is quite a lot.
Yeah. And yeah, just like personally, the way I designed it, I wanted to frame the mosaic section with those 2 bobbly leaf sections. So to me, there were other ideas that I had, but I felt like, no, I want to go back to more baubles. I like how that looks.
I think, it makes sense. Tell us about the one you're wearing.
So this is actually the same shape as the Caladenia shawl. So
lovely.
And this is, one where obviously I've featured the baubles in this. I think it might be the first time I used baubles in a design. And the bind off row is just leaving the bobble edge. So you've got this nice little, it's a bit hard to see against my black.
But you have a little wave at the bottom.
Yeah, which is created by the baubles, which is a nice finish. And it's a lot of garter stitch, which I love. 3 skeins of yarn. So there's very subtle stripes in this section. My light's getting really blown out, but they're so subtle. I used a soft variegated yarn and then a solid that matched one of the colours, one of the main colours in that variegated, just to create a soft way of using a speckly variegated yarn. But there's been some beautiful shawls knit with this where people have used quite contrasting colours for those stripes. Yeah, I mean, there's so much you can do with it, playing with colour, and then those lovely bold baubles, which are fun.
And the name of that one, if people want to knit that shawl also, the name of that one is, you said it was called the Tarny? Tarni. I'll put the link to your pages for that down below as well.
Yeah, so if you haven't had enough baubles, you can make a whole shawl with it.
All right, so have fun with clue number 4. Again, people have questions, they know where to find us. All right, thanks, Ambah.